In this training today, I'm going to cover exactly what you need to do before you actually get to running the ads. The ads I'm specifically talking about are profile visit ads on Instagram so that we can run the social funnel on our profile. So let's go ahead and jump right into it so you can see exactly what needs to be done before you start wasting time and money. Before we jump into this, let me just start by saying ads are not something that you're going to be doing because you're making money in your business. Most people think because they're struggling that they could just run the ads to get more clients or get more leads. But that's not actually how it works. And what I mean by this is that you want to make sure that before you ever try to run ads, that you at least have a good offer and good messaging. It doesn't have to be perfect or super dialed in, but you at least have a good idea of what that needs to look like. And the way the ads actually help your business, they're meant to amplify things. So if you already have a good offer and you have good messaging, then it's like you throwing fuel on top of a fire that's already been burning. Therefore, if your offer and your messaging are bad, then you're just going to be throwing your money in something that is not good and you're wasting time and money. So before we run the ads, we need to ask ourselves, are we ready? And the way we know we're ready is by covering the next three things here. Offer is one, messaging is the second, and then the last part is going to be budget. And then we'll go over some things, reasons not to run the ads. So first, let's come back up here. Let's talk about the actual offer. What is the offer? The offer is who do you help and what's the outcome? That's simple. You can also add how you do it, but that's not always necessary. And you only want to add it if it's not a complicated process. This should be very clear and easy for people to understand when they see it. So here's some examples. I help realtors, investors, and real estate coaches scale their business using Instagram, YouTube, and ads. That's clear as day. Who I'm helping, how I help them, and what I'm using to help them. I help business owners drop 30 pounds and get in the best shape of their lives. I help first-time home buyers find a reasonable home in Austin, Texas. So it's very clear as to what these people do. And this part right here, this is what would go in your bio on your Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok. So when people come onto your page, they can already tell, okay, this is what they're about. The offer helps gain clarity, but not as important as you would think. Everyone is creating similar offers at Grand Slam offers with these crazy guarantees, which means that your offer is not going to be much different. Let's keep it real here. There's not that many different offers that exist. You stand out most with your messaging, which is the next part. The messaging is the thing that helps you become the niche of one. You talk about the outcome your clients want. So example, the outcome is that they want more leads and deals per month. So that's what you're going to talk about. What does it look like when they have that? They want the six-pack abs so they can take their shirt off at the beach. Why do they want the six-pack abs? Talk about that. They want to be at home hosting the next Thanksgiving dinner with their family. You're painting the picture as to what the outcome looks like once they already have the house. Now they're able to host Thanksgiving. They're able to host, summer parties, and they can have their kids running around. It's much different than you saying only talking about where they currently are at this moment. Don't talk about the features or how you get them the result. So, for example, I don't want to tell people how many Zoom calls we're going to be having per month, what's all included, how long is the program for. They don't care. What they're concerned about is the outcome. So if I'm saying that I can help you scale, what does that look like? How many workouts per week the specific workouts are? What time you're going to be meeting them at the gym? Nobody cares. Are they going to be able to get the six-pack if they work with you? And what does that look like? How does their life change when they have the six-pack? Because now we're talking about emotion. And the last example is they don't want to know that they're going to be going through and looking at 20 different houses, meeting you twice a week just to do all the walkthroughs, the negotiations that take place. They don't care about none of that. What will it look like when they move in? How has their life changed? What are they doing now? And then the last part we want to talk about is the ad budget. This is where people get a little bit scared because it's money, but it's not as bad as people think it is. Even myself, before running ads and really getting into ads, I used to think you had to have a lot of money because I would hear people saying, I spend $10,000 on ads. I have to spend $30,000 on ads. I spend, $1.5 million on ads per month. I'm like, what? So let me break it down so that you don't have to think that way either. So even if you have the money to spend, you don't blow it all at once. Ads are about testing. We start with a smaller budget, and then we increase gradually as we see the performance of the ad go up. At the bare minimum, you need to be spending $20 a day. So we can split that up. It can be one ad at $20 a day, or there could be two ads at $10 a day each. Typically, to test, we want to start running two ads at a time. One is just not enough data. We want to run two. So for a total of $600 a month. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is that the algorithm, when you're first starting to put out ads, especially if you have a newer account, they don't know who you are looking for. Even if you tell Instagram you have a lookalike audience or you load up a list, none of that is necessary. Instagram's automatic feature is pretty good, and you just let the algorithm do its work. But it takes time. It takes about a week to 2 weeks of running the ad to really see the algorithm test it. So that takes money. So the first $500, I'm not saying it's a waste because Instagram needs to learn who you are and who you need in front of you. So it's just about testing it. And then after that, you need to be spending between $600 to about $1,000 a month. The reason for this is that the lowest amount you can spend for Instagram to put out your video in front of a few thousand to 10,000 people and barely get enough data of people interacting with the ad to see if it's going to actually do well or poorly. What I mean here is about the $20 a day. So you need to get data. And if you can spend more, in the beginning, that's even better because you'll get the data faster. And typically, you're not testing an offer. Your offer has already been proven by you either did it for yourself or you're doing it for somebody else right now. So what you're testing really is the messaging. And with time, you get better at messaging. As you help more clients, you figure out what they actually need, what they say when they're talking to you in sales calls. All that goes into your ads. And that comes with testing, that comes with time. So if you have the offer, you got the messaging and the ad budget, then as I mentioned, then you're actually ready to start running the ads. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why we want to actually run ads. Let me give you 3 reasons why you shouldn't run ads. The first one is don't run ads just for leads. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, the ads are just fuel to the fire. It amplifies it. So if you don't have much of a fire or you have a bad fire, then it's not going to make the burn bigger and brighter. The second thing is that the ads are not for testing your offer. I just briefly mentioned this. The ads are not for testing your offer. You can run ads with a new offer, but the point isn't that you're going to test the offer. Your offer should have already been something that you've done for someone else or for yourself. So if you've done it yourself and you've done it for somebody else, that means it's already been tested. What is being tested is the messaging. That's the reason why we try different ad creatives to see what's actually going to resonate with your ideal prospect. You've already sold the home. You've already partnered with wholesalers and investors to do deals. You've already raised private money. You've already gotten results in investing, and you're already teaching students. All that's been settled. So now, how do we actually speak to them? And the last part is ads don't get new clients. They don't get you clients or customers. All the ads are doing is putting more attention on your good offer and your good messaging. So if you put out a bad offer and bad messaging, the ads are not going to work. That's all it's doing. So again, this is just what needs to happen before you actually start to run the ads. So I have another training where I go over how to script the Instagram ads. So make sure that you check that one out as well. And with that being said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to reach out to me or you want to start following me, this is my Instagram page. Go ahead and shoot me a follow as well. I'm also putting out daily content here as well. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next training.